cat-cow pose. I work a little differently with the breath than how this pose is typically taught, so pay attention to the breath here particularly. Start with your shoulders over your wrist and your toes turned under and back, the knees slightly behind the hips. With an inhalation, go to cat stretch. From here, you'll breathe into the back body, look towards your belly and lift your belly towards your gaze. Big cat stretch, broadening in the back. Exhale, release to cow. In cow, the arms stay straight and strong. Look up. Inhale for cat pose. Fill up your back body. Extend through straight arms. Lift the belly towards your gaze. Exhale, squeeze those arms to the midline to keep them strong. Release. This is a great pose for fluidity in the spine. Inhaling, so you can just pulsate with your breath. Exhale. Feel the movement through the vertebrae in this pose. And end with a neutral back. This is a variation on a cat pose and great for developing strength in the core. You'll start hands and knees. Shoulders are over the wrist, knees slightly behind the hips. Bend a knee towards your chest. This is an exhale and lift your belly up. Inhale, extend the leg long, look up. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend the leg, look up. Release the knee to the floor. You do this 3 to 5 times, and then you'll add an arm piece. It looks like this. Exhale, knee to chest. Inhale, extend the leg back. Now check this out. I squeeze my leg midline, lift my belly up, and bring the arm up. Breathe here. Release the arm and the leg. Repeat on the second side. You can repeat this 3 to 5 times. This is a lunge with a twist. Great for starting to get up more into the upper back, mid-back area. Start with one leg in front. Notice I have a right angle at my knee. So you do not want to do this pose with the knee forward of the ankle and not open knee. Think square or right angle. Fingertips is great here. Lift the knee up in back. And this is your basic lunge pose. If you're not able to lift your leg up and keep hands on the floor, this is when we bring in yoga blocks. Give yourself some height. Same thing, lift yourself up. For the twist variation, the same hand as the leg that's forward comes to the hip. In this position, we have the tendency of lifting the hip up. I want you to settle deep in the hip. In fact, bend the back knee until the hip is level with the knee, and then with power, straighten the leg. Tailbone down, lift the belly, and start to twist open. It's an open throat. Twist in the spine. Touching the knee down, come to hands and knees. And I'll show you a back view now so you can see the spine. Leg comes forward, right angle. With an inhalation, lift the leg up and back. The hip may be high. To get it down, bend the back knee until you can bring your hip level with the knee, and then send power through the back leg. Hand to the hip. It's the same hand as the leg that's forward. Now watch my spine. It's tailbone down. I lift the belly. Lengthen in the torso. And I'm going to twist right in the middle of the back here. Open throat. Back leg stay strong. Enjoy the opening. Come back around, knee touches down, and come out of your pose. For this next pose, you'll need your yoga strap. This is an 8-foot strap. I find for taller people, you may need a 10-foot strap. I'm about 5'5". It works fine for me, maybe even if you're 5'8", but above that, you'll want a 10-foot strap. If you're a bigger torso, you'll want a 10-foot strap. Start by folding your strap in half just to find the middle of it, and then place the middle of the strap in the upper back. Just like that. It's right underneath the armpits, up in the upper back. And then make sure your straps are the same length in front. So you don't want one long and one short. Same length. From here, carefully take the straps straight over your shoulders. You'll see them back. I'm making it snug and straight over. And then you'll cross the straps behind you. And here you have to let go of the strap, bring your arms to the side, and hold the strap at your side. The tendency is to come forward, and this is not how we're going to go. Here's how we go. You'll inhale and lengthen the side body and bring your shoulders back. And from here, just simply pull straight down on the strap. This takes the shoulder blades down the back without taking the arm bones down, and it makes some nice length in the back of the neck. Here it is again. I'll come just sort of neutral. Inhale, long side body, shoulders back, and from here I pull straight down. Everyone loves this pose. One thing to be aware of, long side body, shoulders back. When we pull down, we tend to make the thighs and chest go forward, or rib cage go forward. So thighs are back, tailbone down, rib cage back. Long side body, shoulders, just press straight down. You'll get the best release from here. In this pose, you'll take a blanket and make a roll. Roll the fringe inside if your blanket has fringe. It'll make a little firmer roll for you. Place it on your mat, and then you're going to lie back with your shoulder blades at the highest point of the blanket. And I'll show you how you'll know where exactly that is. Lying back, you want the blanket to come out underneath your armpits. So you see I'm not way down. This is underneath the armpits, but way away from the armpits. And I'd like you to place it so it's right at the armpit area. And lie back, and you'll see it's a big opening for the upper back and front chest. If your head is way up, this is when you would grab another blanket and support your head. Nice, relaxed position for the shoulders, comfortable in the head. The head blankets are not required, as if you feel like there's strain in the neck. Here I'm getting a shoulder blade more underneath me, tucking the tailbone and lowering my legs down. You want to be able to totally relax and let go in this pose. If you get any tingling in your hands, it means you need to bring your head up and support the neck. Do what feels the most comfortable and the position in which you can really let go. To come out of the pose, bend your knees, feet on the floor, and you'll sweep your arm across your body to roll to your side. Lift up and remove the roll blanket and any head blankets, and come back onto your back, and you'll feel the benefits of this pose. It'll feel really good to be on the floor, and you're ready for Shavasana. This is an ab strengthening exercise. Looks like this. You'll have thighs vertical, shins parallel to the floor, and feet flexed. In this pose, you'll lift the low belly and exhale the rib cage towards the floor. You have to imagine the space in the solar plexus getting smaller. So I lift the low belly, exhale the rib cage back. This is the action without the legs. And in this pose, the back is flat into the floor. So here's with the leg piece. I scoop the tailbone to lift the low belly, then exhale the rib cage back. In this pose, it can be very helpful to put a blanket underneath your head. So if you have difficulty flattening the back, use a blanket here and here. And then the hands are placed at the top of the knees, so not around. You're not holding your legs. You're actually pressing forward and lifting up. So the action is forward and up, resisting. And this is the pose. You're holding it. It's an isometric action. You may feel muscles quiver in your core. This is okay. These are more of the surface muscles. And this actually strengthens some deeper core muscles, the multifidi, the rotator muscles around the spine. And you'll hold this 30 seconds, maybe 45. Build up to this pose. It's pretty powerful, even though it looks like you're not doing much. And then releasing, touch the feet down. Oh, you'll feel the release right in this area. In this pose, if you feel like your thighs are working strongly, you need to come out of the pose and start over, because this is what you want to feel like is working. If the thighs work, it means you've lost the lift of the low belly, and these guys take over. Here it is again. Low belly lifts. Exhale your rib cage back. Make this area very short and back, pressing into the floor. And then resist forward and up. And breathe. The breath will be very shallow because the diaphragm is more compressed here. Ab bracing exercise. This is a twist. You'll start your arms in cactus position. If you place your arms this way, notice I have right angles at the armpit and right angles at the elbows. Now, if you place your arms and your forearms are up in the air, this is when you open your hands wider apart, because it's important that you can place the back of the hands on the floor. So if you're like this, you got to open up more. I'll show it with right angles. Knees come to chest, legs are together, feet flex. This is the ready position. Keeping your legs together, take them over to one side. Now the shoulder might pop up in the arm. Get the opposite shoulder out from underneath you and place this near shoulder on the floor. If the arm is still up, if you're feeling like you're in this position, just bring your hand to your hip and work the shoulder back. This is a great position to work the pose. To come out of the pose, here's what we're not going to do. You're not going to lift one leg up and bring the other and roll on out of the pose. Here's what I'd like you to do. Instead, we'll use more of the core muscles. To do that, think of bringing your sternum back, rib cage back, belly back, and place your spine on the floor to come on up. Here's the second side. You'll roll over. This shoulder, get it out from underneath you and roll the other shoulder to the floor. Open your hands out if you need to, so you can press your hands into the floor and the shoulders. Now to come up, think of taking the spine to the floor behind you. Here it is. Sternum back, rib cage back. Lift your belly to bring your legs up. Your voice should actually do that to come up. Here's one side again, so you can see the spine coming over. Get your shoulders. Check this out. Sternum back, rib cage back. Lift your belly, bring your legs up. And touch your feet down. Do each side 3 times with a great focus on spine going toward the floor to bring your legs up. A second variation of the same pose. You'll take the block and just have it to your side initially. The beginning is all the same. Feet placed parallel, robot arms. Descend the inner groin to get a curve in your low back. Press the elbows down and lift the shoulder blades to the front body. From mini back bend, inhale, lift the hips. Take your block and place it underneath the pelvis. And be in this lovely resting position. You can even relax the arms down, supported back bend. To come out of the pose, you'll scoop the tailbone and lift the low belly, lift the hips up, and release. Extend your legs long.